They're deceiving England about Neymar. A shocking piece of news has come out here in Brazil that you lot need to know about. Here's the thing. For you over there in England and the rest of the world, you believe Neymar isn't being called up to the Brazilian national team because he's already retired, that he's a player at the end of his career. That's a lie. Yesterday, here at Santos, the very club that brought Pelé to light, that revealed the player Robinho, that revealed the star player Neymar at Santos, Neymar played one of the best matches of his life. But just to show you how much the Brazilian media and the international media report, they only showed one moment where Neymar tried to make a pass and got it wrong. Here in Brazil, the media is bought. The media is funded by the government. That's why I say it's important for you to watch the videos here on the channel, because I'm bringing you the saga. I'm bringing you the truth about why Neymar is not being called up for the Brazilian national team. There's government interference here from the President of the Republic. That's what many people, many newspapers here in Brazil are exposing. Neymar played one of his best matches, but the media here, which for the most part is funded by the Brazilian government, is only highlighting a single mistake that Neymar made, even though yesterday he provided two truly historic assists for Santos goals. Neymar shone yesterday, just so you know. A player came up behind him and kicked Neymar in the legs. He went to complain to the referee, and the referee gave him a yellow card, so he's out of the next match. There's a real witch hunt going on here in Brazil against the player, Neymar. But let me tell you something, my friend. You who are listening to me now, from England or wherever else in this wonderful world you might be listening from. My question is simple. Do you think it's right for the government to interfere in the selection of players for the national team? Because the government here is giving orders for Neymar not to go to the World Cup because Neymar in the last election was against the current government, the current president of the Republic. And in 2 months after the World Cup, here in Brazil, the presidential election will take place. In other words, if Brazil win, if Neymar stands out at the World Cup, Neymar will certainly be there. A showcase for the opposition, the current president's rivals, to win. And it's absolute madness here in Brazil. So, don't believe it. I'm even showing some images here from yesterday's match, showing how well Neymar played, how he shone. And I'm here telling you this. Neymar, in reality, is being persecuted. Persecution here in Brazil? You who are watching me, do you like Neymar? Regardless of whether you think Neymar is a wasted talent, do you like Neymar's football? Neymar is one of those players who, even if his physical condition is only at 50%, his mind, his vision of the game is always at 100%. He's that player who can find a pass that no one else can see. And that's why Neymar is absolutely essential for the Brazilian national team. Just so you have an idea, just so you understand, here in Brazil, people don't want João Pedro from Chelsea as the striker for the national team. No, because he doesn't deliver. Here in Brazil, the midfield and our athlete. The public wants it this way. Neymar in the middle, Vinicius Jr. on the left wing, Rafinha from Barcelona on the right wing, and our centre forward in the position where Ronaldo Fenomeno always played. Here, they don't want it. João Pedro from Chelsea. Everyone here in Brazil, all of us want it. Hendrick, who was let go by Real Madrid and is now playing over at Lyon in France. Just so you have an idea, here in Brazil, we can't understand it. We can't grasp why England has a promising player called Max Dalban, a 16-year-old who currently plays for Chelsea, and yet he might leave. The England national team doesn't make use of him. For us Brazilians, Max Dorman, a player from Arsenal, I said Chelsea, but he actually plays for Arsenal. Max Dalman plays for Arsenal. For us here, he has Messi-like qualities. He plays brilliantly. It makes it look easy. He's skillful. He could be England's great hope. And yet you're not making the most of him. Meanwhile, we Brazilians are eager for Endrit, who's only 2 years older than Max Downen. The lad is 16, but when he comes on, he plays with such ease. Just let the boy play. But no, the English, instead of taking the star, want him to just keep doing nothing. Doing sums at school. It just doesn't make sense. So, everyone, I'm giving you a summary here so you can understand what's happening in Brazil. Subscribe to the channel. I'll be bringing you updates every day. News summaries from Brazil. Some people are turning up and saying, "Oh, why would I want to know what's going on in Brazil?" Well, mate, whether you like it or not, this is the home of football, of skillful football. We've got 5 stars, and for us Brazilians, we have a view of football that, if any of you out there in the world had it, yes, you lot could also win stars for your national team. Because a lot of English people are turning up here on the channel, questioning things. Brazil isn't winning anything. In fact, it's been 20 years since we last won the World Cup. But we've got 5 stars. And you know why? The English. I'm not here saying this to offend your English, not at all. I'm saying this because I like English football. I love the Premier League. But the problem with the English is this. You think the Premier League is the pinnacle of world football. But you need to understand something. Most of the standout players there are foreigners. When you put your national team together, there's no chemistry. That's why, year after year, England doesn't stand out at the World Cup. I want to see English football when it comes to the World Cup. Huge. Great, once again. We're going to have a chat here about Brazil, about England, always from the perspective of what's happening here in the Brazilian press, from the point of view of a Brazilian. My name is Johnny Santos. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and leave a nice thumbs up here. I pulled over here so I could bring you this news. I'm driving, but I'm safe here. Me, my wife, and my little boy's back there. Everything's safe and sound. And until next time, until the next video. Alright, subscribe to the channel. And yes,